next subject, which is going to be okay. So up next, we are going to be discussing the San Diego Comic-Con pop-up shop that they are going to be having there. On StarWars.com, they've basically announced there's going to be Disney Infinity are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, which is great news for people going to the event. Let's just load that one up.
Which means I'm going to San Diego.
Wasn't too sure if it was. Let's try to bring the page up.
I mean, last year they had a section inside the convention, and then they had a pop-up shop on the outside for those who didn't have tickets to the convention. It was smart. It was obviously just a great way to get exposure on both the convention attendees and the pop-up shop, but it gave the attendees an incentive, because if you pre-ordered it inside the convention, you got a free Groot figure and the Groot concept art poster. But if you pre-ordered on the pop-up shop, it was a Rocket Raccoon figure and a Rocket Raccoon concept art. So I mean, it's cool. Hopefully they do something similar this year. But either way, the pop-up shop is always cool.
So it says here they're going to be Star Wars joins up with. I think they're going to be using Star Wars a lot more. You're invited at the Disney Infinity pop-up shop located at the heart of the Gas Lamp District. Now, is that inside or outside?
Outside.
That's outside, is it? Okay.
The pop-up shop is always outside of the convention.
Yeah, and fans also have a chance to step into the Disney Infinity, only into the toy box, mediated experience.
Everybody's going to be, whoa, because they're medicated.
Yes, where guests can virtually enter the toy box and interact alongside their favorite Disney Infinity, such as engaging with lightsaber duels with Darth Vader and Yoda, take home a customized photo and video of their chosen character. So I'm thinking that's a bit like that celebration thing with you in the Star Wars X-Wing.
What I was going to say, this is exactly what they're doing at E3 this year. You're going to have a video and picture op where you get immersed. So this definitely looks like they're going to recycle that and put it into San Diego.
And also, they'll be doing a live edition of Toy Box TV on Twitch, featuring new announcements, surprise guests, contests, and exclusive giveaways. So no, I think that's cool. I think that makes sense. At least we know they're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. There's going to be a pop-up shop. Hopefully by then, we'll be another month down. So I think generally sort of E3, sort of San Diego Comic-Con and D23 are all on the big run to launch this year. Those are those big events to kind of get people on board with. But no, I think the pop-up shop, it worked really well last year because also it's outside the event. So even if you haven't got a ticket, you can still get in and sort of have a look. And just in general, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, in general, San Diego Comic-Con is always like every year. It's so huge. It gets bigger every year that you can spend a whole day doing things outside of the convention because they not only have stuff, like I said, inside the convention, but you have the Petco Park, which is where the San Diego Padres play. So you have this whole stadium and the whole parking lot area all just catered to just San Diego Comic-Con. Then you have companies like Disney who take up shop into an empty building and they set up their pop-ups, or they go to a hotel lobby. I mean, you have it's a huge event, so yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be cool.
But that's the thing as well with all these like pop-up stuff is when they're creating all this stuff for E3, they're not just creating it for E3. They can then take it to the other events afterwards. So that's kind of always a cool little option.
Yep,
that sounds good. That looks really exciting. That looks good. Okay. Right.
They're probably going to display the collector's edition there. That's what they did last year.
The only thing that's getting me with this is I think it really depends on that launch date. If the launch date of mid-August is correct, that some of the retailers are putting up, still not official yet, you're going to be into pure get that thing pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Because if they're a month ahead of last year, that's why it maybe feels like we're a few months where everything feels a lot more tighter in terms of what they're allowing people to do. But also on the same date that they launched last year, Lego Dimensions and Skylanders Superchargers will be announced, or are coming out that same week that they did last year, mid-September.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of competition. Okay, so let's now move on to